New York, and by PNC Foods, headquartered in Syracuse for over 50 years, operating 70 supermarkets in New York and Pennsylvania. PNC, your closest friend.
Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Darn, people are so concerned about their freedom. Why won't they let me run their lives? That gives me an idea. Soon the history of freedom movements will be changed forever. I think this theft calls for Mediva.
Otter's ears and rooster spleen. I feel like doing something mean.
I'm sending you through the time port to Philadelphia in the year 1776. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Oh, boss, that's what you pay me for. History's ours. I'll say no more.
Right. This info beam will give you all the details. Now, get going.
Time pilots. Mediva just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego? Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego? We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the time pilot squadron leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Rachel Wood. Come on, Rachel. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. And James Higgins. Come on out here, James. Nice to have you in the squadron, buddy. And Richard Karcheski. Richard, making his way through here. All right. All right, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the chrono skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers, okay? So, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Let's check in with the chrono skimmer engine crew. All right. Feel a little like Danny Theriot. But now that they're ready and raring to go, let's begin our pursuit of Mediva. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is 1776. Destination, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At that time, the 13 North American colonies were deciding to break away from English rule. To justify this bold move, colonists wrote a document stating that all men have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that it's okay to revolt against a government which denies these rights. In later years, this document inspired people around the world to fight for the right to govern themselves. Or so history told us, till now, when Mediva dashed back in time and abducted the document.
Thanks, Chief. Pilots, for 10 power points, what did Mediva steal? Was it the Emancipation Proclamation, the Declaration of Independence, or the Bill of Rights? Remembering the clues we just heard, Philadelphia in 1776, written by colonists to justify break from England, and inspired future struggles for freedom around the world. All right, guys, lock on to an answer as soon as you can there. We got to get this off to a good start. All right, Rachel, what did you say?
I said the Declaration of Independence.
Okay, James?
I said the Declaration of Independence.
And Richard?
I also said the Declaration of Independence.
Well, the correct answer is the Declaration of Independence. Way to go, guys. Off to a good start. And now we know what Medivh stole. We'd like to get it back. And I'll tell you, if one of you today can retrieve the stolen loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you'll win a complete multimedia computer system, all right? So let's go get it back. Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. Okay, pilots, we made it back to the year 1776, and... Oh, no. All right, that warp depleted our fact fuel. We have to refuel with a data boost. All right, time pilots, I'll give you a name. Your job, buzz in and tell me yes if that person signed the Declaration of Independence, or no if he didn't. If you're right, you get 5 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 5 power points, okay? Remember, yes, they signed, or no, they didn't. John Hancock. Yes, Richard.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Hancock was the first signer. Alexander Graham Bell. Yes, Richard.
No.
Correct. Bell invented the telephone. Samuel Adams. Yes, Rachel.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Adams also helped plan the Boston Tea Party. Imagine planning that party. Thomas Jefferson. Yes, Richard.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Jefferson wrote the Declaration and went on to become our 3rd president. Francis Scott Key. Yes, Richard.
No.
No, he did not. Key was the author of the Star-Spangled Banner. All right. Good job, time pilots. You replenished our facts fuel. Let's see how well we did. Rachel has 115 power points. James has 110, and Richard has 130. All right, very good. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue on our mission and get back the Declaration of Independence. It's a very important job. Wait a second. Hey, the clue finder's locked onto someone in the future. Let's bring them on board and see if they can help us.
People, listen, please. Yes. Now is the time for the downtrodden to rise up, for the hungry to cry out, for the oppressed to take action. Yes, these are the times that try men's souls.
Wow, wait. You're Thomas Paine. How you doing?
Yes, I am. Don't just stand around making small talk. Rise up against the rich. Take action for the poor. Yes. Take action for the poor and topple the king.
Oh, okay. All right. That's the King of England, right?
No. Wake up and smell the croissants, my friend. I'm talking about the King of France.
Wait a minute, but I thought your writings, like the pamphlet, Common Sense, I thought that helped inspire the American Revolution.
Yes, indeed. But now my love for the common man has inspired me, moved me to take up the cause of the French peasants. Theirs is a valiant struggle against an unjust monarchy.
Wow. I mean, hearing you talk like that, I want to take up their cause myself.
Yes, well, and so inspired by the American Revolution, in the same century and in the same spirit, those courageous French revolutionaries shall seize the tower at Bastille and begin a conflict that must not end until all the poor are sheltered and have food.
All right, let's do it. Now, can you tell us what year that takes place? Because we're trying to look for Medivh, and that would kind of help us, you know.
You believe this? Yes, you might try working a little yourself.
What?
All these people, they want hands out. Handouts. Ask the old man. Yes, sir. Yes, Thomas Paine. You tell me. What year?
Gosh.
What year is it?
Jeez. What a pain, huh? What a pain, get it? Okay, time pilots. I guess these are times that try pilots' souls. So, pilots, where in time is Medivh? 1765, 1789, or 1812? All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there so we can go. All right, Rachel, what did you say?
I said 1789.
All right, James?
I also said 1789.
And Richard?
I also said 1789.
What a group. Correct answer, 1789. Way to go, guys. All right, pilots, the spirit of American Revolution inspired people in other nations to fight for their freedom, too. So the stakes are high, and there's not much time to save the Declaration of Independence. Engine room, let's warp to 1789.
Anybody feel like shooting the breeze?
Medivh just fried our fact fuel. It's time for another data boost. All right, time pilots, when I name a historical event, buzz in and tell me whether it took place in the 1790s or the 1990s. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, 1790s or 1990s. France adopts the metric system. Yes, Rachel.
1790.
Correct, 1795. British monarch addresses U.S. Congress for first time. Yes, Richard.
1990s.
Correct, 1991. That was Queen Elizabeth II. Titanium discovered. Yes, Richard.
1990s.
Actually, 1791 is the correct answer. U.S. population reaches 4 million. Yes, Richard again.
1990s.
Actually, that's 1790. U.S. prison population reaches 1.3 million. Yes, Rachel.
1990s.
Correct, 1990. All right, great job, squad. We've replenished our fact fuel. Let's see how well we did. Rachel has 135 power points, James 120, and Richard 135. All right, guys, very good. Now we're ready for time travel, okay? So, hey, the trans-time signal monitor is picking up a clue from, hey, it's the unknown explorer. Watch the view screen. How's it going, big guy?
I'm giving up exploration, so I guess I won't be needing this anymore. I'm in a time when Italy is a collection of states ruled by Austria, and I shall fight for Italian independence and unification.
I hate to break this to you, but Giuseppe Garibaldi has been doing exactly that for years. His followers are called red shirts.
Yes. I see that he's leading an army of 4,700 against enemy forces of 86,000. And now Garibaldi's evacuating Rome and heroically escaping to America.
Well, yeah, although defeated, Garibaldi's bravery is inspiring. He'll become a U.S. citizen but return to Italy to continue the fight for unification.
Seems like a lot of fuss and inconvenience. A revolutionary's life is not for me. I shall resume exploration. Now, where is my paddle? I know it was here somewhere. I didn't... Oh.
Not gonna get very far with that paddle, if you ask me. All right, time pilots, where in time is Medieval? The late 1740s, the late 1840s, or the late 1940s? Remembering the clues we just heard, the nation we now call Italy did not exist yet. Collection of states ruled by Austria, and Giuseppe Garibaldi leads red shirts in the fight for unification. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there. All right, Rachel, what did you say?
I said the late 1840s.
Okay, James?
I also said the late 1840s.
And Richard?
I also said the late 1840s.
Wow, the correct answer is the late 1840s. You guys are great. Remember, pilots, the struggle for independence has now reached Italy, but it may not get there at all if you don't save history soon. So, let's warp to the late 1840s. All right, guys, we followed Medieval to the late 1840s, but she's about to do some globe hopping in 1848. So for us, it's time for global pursuit. All right, watch the globe on your screen, grab your controls, and buzz in when you think you know the answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Medieval is in the country where the authors of the just-published Communist Manifesto were born. Yes, Richard?
Yugoslavia?
Actually, it's Germany. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels' manifesto may be the most influential pamphlet in history. She went to the city where the premier of... Yes, James.
Rome.
Rome it is. I was going to say she went to the city where the premier of the Papal States is assassinated. Now Medieval is in a country which experiences 3 revolutions this year. Yes, Richard.
Austria?
Correct, Austria. Medieval is in a country where students and workers overthrow the king and proclaim a new republic. Yes, Richard.
France.
Correct, France. Finally, she zipped to a country which just ended a 2-year war with the United...
Mexico.
Correct. With the United States, that war was. All right, guys, let's see how you did. Rachel now has 145 power points, James has 135, and Richard has 155 power points. Well, time pilots, that was good, but Medieval just skipped out of Mexico just before we got there. So, wait a second. What's happening in the monitor?
Ah, looking for me. Double toil and trouble. Sorry, pilots, to burst your bubble. You'll never get your document. I flee, I fled, I flew, I went. By eye of newt and ear of dog, I've landed in a place called Prague, where a playwright named Havel leads a popular uprising against communist rule, and how surprising! The communists stepped down. Now all are free, and Havel leads the new democracy. By Aardvark's tooth and Bobcat's beard, a playwright president strikes me as weird.
Gosh, when all she really wanted to do was write greeting cards for a living, right? Well, that teaches you not to go over to the dark side, right, guys? All right, Squadron, where in time will we find Mediva? Poland in 1984, Czechoslovakia in 1989, or East Germany in 1990? Remembering the clues we just heard, a place called Prague, broke away from communist rule, and a new democracy led by playwright Václav Havel. All right, guys, lock onto an answer, or I'm going to have to say that name again. All right, good. Rachel, what'd you say?
I said Czechoslovakia in 1989.
All right, James?
I said Czechoslovakia in 1989.
Richard?
I said East Germany in 1990.
All right, correct answer is Czechoslovakia in 1989. So 10 points for Rachel and James. Rachel's pretty happy about that, huh? All right, good. Pilots, the lack of violence in Czechoslovakia's uprising earned it the nickname the Velvet Revolution. But that revolt may be reversed if we don't save history soon, all right? All right, pilots, we've got to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. All right, guys, in an ultimate data boost, each correct answer gets you 10 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose 10 power points, all right? Let's see how we're doing. Rachel has 155 power points, James 145, and Richard 155 power points. All right, so remember, this is a good opportunity to catch up on those scores, all right? See who goes on to finish this out and move on to the next phase of our mission. All right, I'll name a country. Your job, buzz in and tell me if that country had a communist government in 1989 or not. All right, like I said, each correct answer gets you 10 power points, but if you're wrong, you lose. Communist or not? Yes or no? The United States of America? Yes, Rachel?
No.
Correct. Vietnam? Yes, Richard?
No.
Actually, yes. North and South Vietnam were united under one communist government in 1976. Cuba? Yes, Rachel?
No.
Actually, yes. Fidel Castro has been Cuban head of state since 1959. All right, the United Kingdom? Yes, James?
No.
Correct, no. China? Rachel?
No.
Actually, it's yes. It came under communist control in 1949 to become the People's Republic of China. All right, France? Yes, Richard?
No.
Correct. The Soviet Union? James?
Yes.
Yes, the Communist Party dominated the government from 1917 to 1991. Canada? Yes, Rachel?
No.
Correct. Finally, North Korea? Yes, Richard?
Yes.
Yes, it was. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea was founded in 1948. Whew, big sigh of relief from there, huh? All right, guys, let's see how well we did. Rachel has 155 power points, James has 165, and Richard has 165, which means James and Richard, you moving on to the next phase of the mission. But Rachel, you did a wonderful job. I'm very proud of you, all right? You did a great job. And now, Chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
Catching Mediva would be poetic justice, and I'm proud you never gave up the chase. As a reward for your accomplishments, I've requisitioned an Acme TimeNet mission pack just for you. It includes a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-whose picture in front, a wear-in-time watch, and finally, an Acme TimeNet home gym, better known as the Carmen Sandiego CD-ROM library and board games. They're packed with clues and cases to keep a time pilot in tip-top shape. Congratulations.
All right, Squadron, we've sent Rachel back to TimeNet Command, and we're going to stay on board and complete this mission. That's if you guys are ready. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right, we're ready, Chief.
Time pilots, the history of freedom movements is at stake. Get to Czechoslovakia in 1989 and declare the Declaration independent. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1989. Look, Mediva's got the Declaration of Independence in his cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beams.
You haven't heard the last of me, Time Pilot.
All right, guys, we've gotten back the Declaration of Independence and have it safely on board. Congratulations, you've completed mission objective number 1. But Medivh gave us the slip again, so we've got to return the loot to 1776. Let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the chrono skimmer through 8 events from the history of freedom and political movements, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Medivh along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. Garibaldi fights for Italian unification. Fidel Castro takes power in Cuba. The fall of the Berlin Wall. The Beatles record the song Revolution. The Declaration of Independence. Revolution overthrows Russian monarchy. France's Queen Marie Antoinette is beheaded. Roosevelt's New Deal legislation begins. That's your briefing time, pilots. Good luck on your journey.
All right, guys. Normally the person with the higher score gets the choice of going first or second, but you both had the high score. You both did very well. So we flipped the coin and Richard won. So Richard, you have the choice of going first or second.
Second.
All right, James, that means I want you to navigate this chrono skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You may begin.
The fall of the Berlin Wall.
Correct. You've gotten us to 1989. Germany reunites after 44 years of separation. Can you name the next most recent event?
Roosevelt's New Deal begins.
All right, Richard, pick the most recent event on the board.
Fall of the Berlin Wall.
Correct. 1989. What came next?
Castro takes power in Cuba.
All right, James, to you. Pick the most recent event on the board.
Fall of the Berlin Wall.
Correct. 1989. What comes next?
Beatles record Revolution.
1968.
Castro takes power in Cuba.
Yes, 1959. Can you name the next most recent event?
Roosevelt's New Deal begins.
Correct. 1933. FDR's economic measures to bring the U.S. out of the Depression. What came next?
Russian monarchy overthrown.
Correct. You've gotten us to 1917. Can you name the next most recent event?
Marie Antoinette beheaded.
All right, Richard.
Fall of the Berlin Wall.
Correct. 1989.
Beatles record Revolution.
Yes, 1968.
Castro takes power in Cuba.
Yes, 1959.
Roosevelt's New Deal begins.
Correct. 1933.
Russian monarchy overthrown.
Yes, 1917. Can you name the next most recent event?
Garibaldi fights for Italy.
Yes, 1849. Can you name the next most recent event?
The Declaration of Independence.
All right, back to James.
Fall of the Berlin Wall.
Correct. 1989.
Beatles record Revolution.
Yes, 1968.
Castro takes power in Cuba.
Correct. 1959.
Roosevelt's New Deal begins.
Yes, 1933.
Russian monarchy overthrown.
Correct. 1917.
Garibaldi fights for Italy.
Yes, 1849. Can you name the next most recent event?
Marie Antoinette beheaded.
Yes, and what came next?
Declaration of Independence.
Yes, James, you've saved history! Very good. Congratulations. Hang on one second. We're going to move on in just a moment. But you did a wonderful job. Wow, what a round, Richard. All right, and right now, the Chief wants to tell you a word about your next mission.
TimeNet is lucky to have pilots like you. In fact, we're promoting you to Airborne Control and Navigational Ensign, or ACNE. Hey, I didn't make up the nickname, but I am issuing you this terrific TimeNet mission pack and a state-of-the-art portable CD player. You'll need it on future missions to listen to secret orders, perform crucial auditory research, and to just really rock out. Great work, Time Pilot. I salute you.
All right, James, tomorrow when everybody says, what'd you do yesterday? You could say, well, I navigated everybody back to 1776 and returned the Declaration of Independence, right? Feel good?
Yeah.
All right, good. And right now, Richard is piloting the chrono skimmer back to the present, but James, Carmen, and Medivh are still on the move, and you've got to track them down, okay? So it's time for us to exit the chrono skimmer and head for the trail of time. Chief, is that a go?
Kevin, I'm energizing the transportal sequencer. Get ready to depart the chrono skimmer.
Okay, Chief, we're ready. Carmen, here we come.
In time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
Hey, James, we've made it to the trail of time. You've got to track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Are you ready?
Yeah!
All right, great. Ready, set, go, James. Go, follow the engine crew.
It's 1215. What document gives liberties to the British people? The Bill of Rights or Magna Carta?
Magna Carta!
Yes, way to go. Go to the second portal.
It's 1776. Who writes most of the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson or Paul Revere?
Thomas Jefferson.
Very smart. mark, James. 4 more to go. You've got 63 seconds left.
It's 1789. In which country are the common people in revolt? The U.S. or France?
France!
All right, James, you've captured Madiba. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
It's 1819. Who leads revolt against Spanish rule in South America? Bolivar or Cortez?
Cortez!
All right, pull the rope to open the gate. Keep pulling, keep pulling. Almost there, James. Pull it and it'll open the gate. Go, go. All right. 2 more to go. You've got 29 seconds left.
It's 1947. What country finally gains independence from British rule? India or Japan?
India!
Yes, 1 more to go, James.
It's 1991. Who's the first popularly elected leader in Russian history? Khrushchev or Yeltsin?
Yeltsin!
All right, James, you made it to the clear time, pal. And you've energized the capture crystal. Now take it and place it in the chronolock chamber. Go, go, and you'll capture Carmen Sandiego. Yes! All right, James, congratulations, pal. You've completed every phase of the mission. You've captured Carmen, you've captured Madiba, and you returned the loot to its proper place in history. Right now, the Chief wants to tell you what you won. Chief?
You've done everything we've asked of you today and earned an A1 mission rating. So, we're giving you a complete multimedia computer system featuring a 28.8 BPS fax modem, 850 meg EIDE hard drive, and lots of other great initials and numbers. You'll also get a year of Britannica Online, the ultimate interactive info source, plus the Britannica CD-ROM Encyclopedia, and the 32-volume encyclopedia set. Why, soon you'll be the most knowledgeable person in history. Time Pilot, I salute you.
Thanks, Chief. James, how do you feel, pal?
Great.
All right, you should feel great. You got the big computer. You're pretty smart. You got half of those questions, you know, without even hearing the questions or the options. But right now, we've got to go back to the present. Because remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job. The future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.